as some of y'all know, I've been away. I guess you could say I've been away for a good 3 days. And the reason for that is because like I haven't really been feeling it, if that makes sense. Like, y'all aren't doing nothing wrong. I've been getting like hella feedback, hella everything. It's just like I've been getting bored of like reacting to the same girls, so I'm gonna start switching it up just a little bit. I'll keep having reactions on my channel, but it's just like I'm gonna like switch it up and like add more things. Like, we're gonna start vlogging a lot more story time, a lot more challenges, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to like expand my channel. So obviously we're doing another story time, and this story time is not like the usual story time. This story time, we doing it Pretty Boy Fredo style. If y'all don't know who Pretty Boy Fredo is, then you lost, dog. But pretty much I got this 2K gameplay in the background. Shout out to my boy for giving me this gameplay. And this is going to be like a 4-part story time because it gets crazy, y'all. It gets crazy. So I'm going to be explaining this. I'm going to take this all the way back to when this first happened back in 8th grade middle school, dog. I would think I was 14. And for some of y'all who don't know, I'm not going to tell y'all where I live because that's just weird. And as I'm getting bigger on YouTube, you know, the weirder and weirder people get. So I ain't really going to tell y'all where I live. But, you know, let's just say I live closer to Atlanta than you would think. But, pretty much this story takes place at my home. This takes place in Atlanta. Yo, alright, so pretty much let's take it back even further than that. Take it back to the Friday we were getting out of school to go into summer. Going into high school, y'all. I haven't met nobody that I would hang out with now, bro. It's just... we completely restarted, you know what I'm saying? We completely restarted. We're starting fresh with a new year coming into high school. So, first day, hold up. The first day, did we get out for summer? I'm going on a trip with it was 3 of my friends, bro. It was 3 of us. We were going out on a vacation. Not a vacation, but we're pretty much just gonna go chill with my cousin. Because my cousin, I have a lot of family members that live in Atlanta. Like in the hood, like believe it or not, I'm not a hood rat. I don't act like a hood rat. I don't act like I'm from the hood. But the reality is, I was born and raised in the projects, and that's just how it is. Believe it or not, that's how I was raised, and that's how I was born. I've seen it all. I've done it all. Whatever, bro. So I just don't act like the typical coon nigga that most people act like when they come out the hood. Cause I have a white mama, and I've lived with my mom for the past 10 years of my life. So this happened coming out, I was 14 or 13, one of the two, right? And pretty much we were going to take a trip to Atlanta. So my cousin was going to be driving us there because my cousin is older. He was 21 at the time. I was younger. And we were just going to go down there and just chill because he had homies. Like, because we had family members that lived down there. But my family members, I had some that lived in the hood, but some of them didn't. But we were going to like the deep, dark, root heart of the hood, bro, and I didn't expect none of this. So pretty much this takes off the day at school. You know, me and my friends were getting hyped. We're like, oh bro, we going on our first road trip together. Oh, it's gonna be so litty, this and that. And it was like we were all hyped that day at school. We were telling everybody what was going on. Of course nobody cared, but we were just talking all this noise like, oh yeah, we doing this, doing that, blah blah blah. Then it comes down to getting home. We're getting home. Bus ride was lit. We were all turned up, blah blah blah. We get turned up, and we're going on the bus. They rode my bus. We got home. My dad came and picked us up. We stayed at his house for a few hours, packed all our bags, got ready to go to Atlanta for 2 weeks, dog. We weren't flying because we felt like it'd be more fun driving. So our cousin, you know, we get in the car, we get packed, we get going. He said, before we leave, do y'all have what y'all need? He said, make sure y'all have y'all's chargers. Make sure y'all have everything y'all need because we're not stopping nowhere. We're not stopping to get food. We had made food at the house and put it all in the cooler, bro. We were just that poor at the time. So, you know, we're taking off. We're going to Atlanta, right? And, you know, everything goes smooth. We finally found a place to stay because we were going to go stay with my aunt and uncle, but they tripping, you know. We didn't want to be locked inside and be, no, Monitor, you can't do that. So my cousin found one of his homies that he used to be cool with back in, I think, probably college or high school, one of the two, I don't remember. But they were good friends, so they decided to link up or whatever. But the problem with it was is he lived in the hood. He didn't live in no Nah, he didn't. Nah, it wasn't like that. So he lived more in the hood type, and you know, we was cool with that. We didn't really care because we are kind of used to it. Like I said before, I have a lot of family that lived in the hood, and I'm used to it. I know how everything goes, right? So we're going. We finally find a place to stay, dog. We pull up. We come to the house. We get greeted. He gave us our room. He told us where we gonna stay. All this stuff. So as we start unpacking, I'm noticing, like, I've never seen this. I've never been to the part of this town. We was in like the scariest hood in Atlanta that you could possibly be in, dog. No stereotypical stuff, but obviously it was a whole bunch of Negroes and whatnot. And there was, like, we weren't the only people staying there. It was a relatively small type place. Yeah, it was like a 3-bedroom home. It really wasn't that cleanliness. It wasn't really that clean. You know, you could tell there was a bunch of teenagers living there, dog. There was at least 13 boys, dog. Straight look like they're out the gutter, dog. They straight have lived the hardest life that any gangster could live, dog. They was tattoos, yellow teeth type built boys. Alright, so that's pretty much how that was. And I already felt comfortable right off the rip. Because I was like, I don't know none of these. I don't trust none of these. My cousin was like, bruh, like, we got you. Like, don't worry. And if he's my family, he's my blood. So I'm just like, dog, like, I trust you. Like, don't even trip, right? But like I said, there's a whole bunch of people in there. We're not the only people. So that's what just kind of like, I thought it was just going to be me, my cousin, his friend, my 3 friends. And my 3 friends really aren't used to being around stuff like that. They're not used to being in that sort of environment. If that makes sense, they're not used to being like in the hood or whatever. Because I had 2 of them were black and 1 was light skinned. And we lived in an all-white community pretty much. So they weren't really used to all that. But they pretty much got over the whole situation of being scared because we kind of just got used to it. You know, we dapped everybody up. They was all cool. They seemed like cool people. People that you could probably trust, but you just kind of like, I ain't gonna mess with them. I ain't gonna go in the middle of the night and put whipped cream on their face because I might get shot in the head. But pretty much that night, my cousin and his friend said that they're dipping, they're taking off. We didn't think nothing of it, bro. We was just gonna chill at the house, play some Xbox, play some 2K, just chill like teens like to do, dog. So we was chilling. My cousin and his friend took off. They said we'll be back later. They said whatever you do, and if you need anything, let us know. Let us know if you're leaving. Let us know if you do that, this or that. And it was kind of surprising to me because my cousin was more on the cool side. He really didn't care. Like, he wasn't paying attention. That's like, he just brought us along and just pretty much like, hey, you survived by yourself. You know what I'm saying? But we already knew, or I already knew how things worked. So I was already like explaining to my friends how stuff worked. Just keep your mouth shut and everything gonna be cool. But, oh, it was my computer. But, you know, we got bored. Alright, we obviously didn't want to just chill at the house for 2 weeks straight. So we decided to go around. We went outside, dog. Typical hood stuff that you would see. You see people drinking on the doorsteps. You see people beefing. You see people walking around. You see people tweaking off LSD. You know, it's just whatever. But everybody cool. Like, most people in the hood know each other and they all mess with each other. And if you're not from this side of the hood, then you ain't welcome here. So we were kind of going along, you know what I'm saying, dapping up people. I knew some people because, like I said, I did kind of live around there before. And I was just dapping up everybody. Oh, yeah, long time no see. You know, we're running these people. I'm introducing my friends to people, right? But it's getting darker. So we told ourselves that, hey, we need to go inside. But, you know, you can't be coons without doing coonery. You know what I'm saying? So we decided that we wanted to, like, ding-dong ditch in Atlanta. Alright. Off rip, dog, that seems horrible. But we didn't do, like, any shady houses. You know, we went into, like, the more of, like, the... I'm not saying, like, rich and nicer, but more of, like, a calm area that it would be alright. More of, like, you know, I don't know. Something like that, right? So, we're there, and we finally found this house. Like, hey, bro, we finna ding-dong ditch him. But it's not gonna be, like... Knock on the door, we run, we dipped off, first house, blah, 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 blah. Same old. But... as we're walking down the street, dog, we hear like somebody like asking for help, like somebody getting the brakes beat off them in the backyard, right? So we're curious. We're like, bro, like what the heck? Like when you're in the hood, like you don't interact with nothing. You just mind your own business and keep going. Not me, not Brylan. I always gotta do some stuff Always, like no matter what. I was curious. I didn't know what was going on, dog. The voice sounded familiar, right? So we look over the gate and somebody's getting their brakes beat off. And it was one of the homies from where we were chilling at. I told you guys that there was like 13 of us, and there was 13 like hood rats there. He was getting jumped by 2 dudes, right? And me myself, I'm not just gonna say like, you know, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna save homie. And me and my friends aren't either. My friends are shaking, bro. They scared, right? So I'm like, God, I need to go back to the house. I need to go tell them what's going on. Blah, 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 blah. I call my cousin. He not picking up. I'm calling my cousin's friend. He not picking up either. So we run back to the house, dog. Nobody's there. We're like, bro, what's going on? So we go back to homie. Now there's nobody there. It's just homie laying in the background. So, in the backyard. And we was going to go in there, but we was like, nah, bro. You know, we know this dude, but we don't know what he did. You know, we don't want to get involved. So it's just kind of like chill type situation. Like, just let everything work itself out. Eventually, my cousin answers the phone. Bruh. My cousin answers the phone. Hey, bro, where you at? Where you at, bro? Get back to the house right now, bro. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I'm like, bro. I'm like, what you tripping for? Like, we right down the street. He was like, bro, get back to the house right now. I was like, nobody's at the house. He said, exactly. He said, get to the house. I'm like, what do you mean, dog? We go back. We running in there, right? We open the front door. We walk in, bro. The first thing I see is those 2 dudes that was beating up my cousin's homie. They was standing, and they was standing in the living room, bro, dog. I was shook.